Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on January 6, 2024. January 6, the day that still divides America, 3 years on. BBC, to plead or not to plead? That is the question for hundreds of Capitol riot defendants. The Independent, who's afraid of calling Donald Trump an insurrectionist? The Atlantic, 3 years on, January 6 Capitol riot reverberates in U.S. courts, 2024 race. Al Jazeera English, January 6 aftermath, timeline of consequences since Trump supporters stormed Capitol. Ukraine war, Atesh, the group spying on Russians in occupied Crimea. Glyn Simmons, freedom exhilarating for man exonerated after 48 years. Indian Navy rescues sailors on board a ship attacked by pirates off Somali coast. BBC, Indian Navy rescues Arabian sea crew after hijack attempt. France 24 English, Indian Navy deploys warship after hijack bid on Liberia-flagged bulk carrier. The Independent, high drama aboard hijack vessel, watch Indian Navy Marcos in action against pirates off Somalia. Hindustan Times, India's Navy saves hijacked ship off Somalia. Harry Dunn, former Capitol Police officer announces run for Congress. BBC, officer who protected the U.S. Capitol on January 6 announces run for Congress. The Independent, former police officer who defended U.S. Capitol to run for Congress. Hampstead Highgate Express, I want a voice at the table, FMR. Capitol Police officer Harry Dunn announces run for Congress. New York Attorney General seeks $370 million from Trump. BBC, New York Attorney General seeks $370 million from Donald Trump and his businesses. Financial Times, New York AG seeks $370 million from Trump after civil fraud trial. The New York Times, Trump should be barred for life from New York business, State AG argues. McDonald's chief says anti-Israel boycotts hitting sales. The Independent, McDonald's CEO warns of hit from boycotts, BBC News. BBC News, war in Gaza hits McDonald's with meaningful business impact following calls for boycotts. Sky News, McDonald's CEO blames misinformation for West Asia sales hit, World Business Watch. WIAON, McDonald's hit by Israel-Gaza misinformation. Supreme Court will decide if Trump can stay on 2024 ballots. The Independent, Supreme Court to rule if Trump can run for president. BBC, U.S. Supreme Court agrees to hear Donald Trump's Colorado appeal. The Times, opinion, only Congress can exempt Trump from disqualification. Iowa school principal distracted gunman before being shot. BBC, Dylan Butler, what we know about Iowa school shooter. The Independent, deadly Iowa school shooting, Anderson Cooper 360 podcast on CNN Audio. CNN, Perry, Iowa, is site of first mass shooting well forget in 2024. The Arizona Republic, Iowa school shooters chilling final social media post revealed. NRA CEO Wayne LaPierre resigns days before blockbuster corruption trial. The Independent, NRA Chief Executive Wayne LaPierre steps down. BBC, Wayne LaPierre resigns from NRA with trial set to open. The New York Times, NRA Chief, one of the most powerful figures in U.S. gun policy, says H is resigning days before trial. Hezbollah chief says response to killing of senior Hamas official is inevitable. The Guardian, after a Hamas leader is killed, what's the state of play in the Middle East? The Take, Al Jazeera English, Germany warns risk of escalation between Israel, Lebanon is very real. The Times of Israel, Israel is pushing Hezbollah to its limits. How it responds will define the future of this war. The Guardian, America needs a carrier strike group to deter Hezbollah. Rebels take key Myanmar city after government troops lay down weapons. Sky News, Myanmar rebels claim control of key town near Chinese border. Reuters, Myanmar rebel groups claim control of key northern town bordering China. Hindustan Times, armed ethnic alliance in northern Myanmar is said to have seized a city that was a key goal. The Associated Press, Myanmar rebels take control of key town near Chinese border. Biden slams Trump for Capitol riot in 2024 campaign speech. BBC, Biden says Trump willing to sacrifice democracy, as Supreme Court to rule on eligibility. Sky News, Joe Biden makes saving democracy the center of his campaign. Israel tries to appease U.S. with proposals for Gaza as Blinken heads to Middle East. The Guardian, Israeli minister outlines plans for Gaza after war, BBC News. BBC News, Gaza ceasefire building blocks slowly being assembled. The Telegraph, Palestinian Authority must be transformed to run Gaza. The Times, Israeli minister outlines plans for Gaza after. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.